Okay, so I've started the recording. We'll start the event now. Hello everyone. I'm Tilak from Bluelearn. Along with me here is Pius from Bluelearn. He'll be helping me out with the event. Today we have gathered here for the hackathon pitches. The hackathon was called the BlueHack, and we have given the participants 6 different problem statements from which they have to choose one problem statement. There was also one problem statement where they can innovate on their own, which was free for innovation, and there were around 28 teams participating, and we have the top 4 teams with us now. These 4 teams will be pitching their ideas in front of the judges and the audience. Audience can vote for the which particular pitch they like, and combining the judges' score, the results will be calculated. Right. So before that, we have 3 judges. The first is Harsh Godkar. Harsh Godkar is the program manager at Gulfscript Summer of Code. Along with him is Suvronil Buin. He is also program manager at Gulfscript Summer of Code. And Salil Naik, who was a past program manager at Gulfscript Summer of Code. Right now, he is youth advisory board at Gulfscript Foundation. Right. So we have 4 teams with us. The first team is Team InnovaSync. And InnovaSync, you can now go ahead and share your screen and start your presentation.
So this is my project, Veronica. This is a chat assistant. So I have used, so the main goal of this project was to create the UI as beautiful as possible. And I want to connect 2 technologies, which was Python one, which is very robust in machine learning AI and doing the backend stuff. And I've used the open source project known as eel to connect both of the worlds together so that I can use HTML and CSS and JavaScript for the user interactivity part, and I can use the Python modules such as its and chatbot experience. So this is the UI of the chatbot that I have developed, and we have made this so that everyone who has seen the Tony Stark movie can use this chatbot as their personal chatbot, and not everyone can afford Alexa and Google, etc. So they can use this as to have fun. And I have tried to give an immersive experience, so the chatbot also will talk to you using its audio. So we can customize this and install in many devices, so it's basically web based and require minimum effort to set up. So we can use it in shopping malls, airports. So if we go in shopping malls and we can ask him where I can find this item, etc. So let me start with the demo of the project. So this is, hi.
InnovaSync, in case you're saying something, you're on mute.
I have muted because when I'm okay.
Like you can have like your voice, the bot might be saying something, so you need to share the voice as well in Zoom.
Okay. So how can I share? I have no option to share that.
While sharing the screen, you'll have an option to share audio as well. Share system audio.
There is no option for sharing my audio.
Just stop the sharing for now and then share again and choose a shared system audio as well.
Hello.
Hello, human.
Perfect. This is one.
So, hello.
Hello, human.
Can you tell me something of Jeff Bezos?
I am a Real Madrid fan, and you?
Can you tell me about Jeff Bezos?
Jeffrey Preston Bezos, N.E. Jorgensen. Born the
Okay.
12th of January. Okay, sir.
2 plus 2 plus 2.
6,
4 plus 4.
8.
What is an operating system?
Computer science, software that controls the execution of computer
Okay.
programs and may Okay, sir.
Bye.
I don't know why you say goodbye, I say hello.
So this was Veronica. That product is not basically complete because I have made many plans for this, but I could not complete it in the given time. I also have wrote code for all the COVID-19 summary and Wolfram Alpha as answering. I have used many APIs and all that, but I couldn't complete in a given time. So this was my presentation.
Good.
What is your name again?
Ashish.
Ashish. Good job, Ashish.
Yeah. So before moving on towards judges' questions, we'll just take a quick poll. For all the audience, you'll see a quick poll launching on the screen in a few seconds. If you like the pitch, just click on yes. If you do not like the pitch, click on no. Okay. So we have got the results. 89% of them like the pitch. And now we can move on towards the judges' questions.
Yeah. Hi, Ashish.
Hello.
So what was the problem statement again?
So this was under miscellaneous, all
Open,
in
open,
open
right?
innovation.
Cool. So this is not a chatbot. This is an assistant, right?
Yes.
And how is it different from the current ones, the existing ones?
The current, let's say in Google, Google or Syria, that's on our phones, and this can work on any platform. We can connect because the user interface is made in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if we want to just connect it to, let's say, a website and have a backend there, the code will remain the same because of the EEL package, and we can also package it as a standalone APK application to Linux, Mac OS, Windows, etc. And we can also package it on Android device using the Bulldozer library.
Okay, got it. But can it interact with the hardware? Like, can it turn on the Bluetooth or turn on the Wi-Fi?
Yes, we can definitely do that by using because we have many Python module for that, and it can basically interact with all the hardware using Python. So in EEL, we have a function which we can expose it to the web world. So whichever function we are writing in Python, we could just call it from the JavaScript.
Okay. Cool. I like the project, and yeah, keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
fine. So, like, did you build it solo? Like, what was the team size?
So we are currently in 10th standard. So my teammate was just doing the UI stuff, and I was writing all the code.
Damn. Okay. So, like, the bot, how does it gain the intelligence? Like, what metadata, or like what kind of data are you fetching it from API, or like you are just allowing it to like fetch its stuff from internet, or like you are training it from a data?
So that's everything which you told. We are doing API, we are training the data, and we are fetching it from the internet as well. For the answers, we are so basically the logical answers such as who is Jeff Bezos or where is Patliputra, etc. We are using the Wolfram Alpha API, and for the training one, we are using the Chatterbot corpus. We have trained the model on many different parameters such as gossip, greetings, health, history, humor, then we have politics, psychology, science, sports, trivia, etc., and all that stuff. And for, let's say, if none of them find the answer, we could just open the Wikipedia.
Understood. Understood. Um, yeah, fine. Like, looks pretty cool. I like the UI personally because I can understand, like, being an ML engineer, it's hard to be on the UI part, like being both. But yeah, fine. Sure. Looks cool.
Thank you.
Um, uh, my question was similar to what Harsh did. So all the mathematical functions are covered with the Wolfram API, right?
No, in the mathematical functions, we have JavaScript eval function. We could just convert the string to, let's say, we could just pass in a string and it will calculate the output.
Okay, all right.
Your mail account has
And
Okay,
if
the
we,
UI
yes,
seems like it seemed awesome because I like minimalist UIs and yeah, pretty cool project. So two team members, you have two team members, right?
yes,
Good work.
Yeah, Ashish, from UX point of view, as a user, I would want it to be a widget and not a website, right? So maybe in the future you can think in that perspective.
yeah, sure. I will definitely keep working on that.
Yeah.
Service menu.
And is it your
Your
Veronica speaking in the background?
one. To recharge your account, press 2.
Like I can hear someone.
Language,
No,
press
it's not my Veronica. I have closed the application.
Okay,
account,
cool.
press
Cool.
4. To speak to customer care representative, press 9.
It's someone else.
I guess it is cool. Yeah. Okay, judges, can we move on to the next person? Next team?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Cool. So
Yeah,
the
thank you so
next
much,
team
Ashish.
is Team One Dream. So who will be presenting from Team One Dream? Please unmute yourself.
Yes, good evening, everyone.
What's your name?
Hey, hi.
I'm Aishwarya.
Okay. Yes, you can start your presentation.
Yes. Could you actually give the permission for Sushmita, our teammate, to share the screen?
What's her name?
Sushmita.
Sushmita De, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I've given her the permission.
Thank you. After the poll, we can start the pitch, right?
No, you have to start the pitch first and then we'll take the poll.
Actually, on my screens, like I have the pitch, like I'm not able to come to the.
Maybe you can minimize it.
Yeah, just minimize it.
Yeah, okay. So good evening, everyone. So I'm from the team One Dream. Yes. So let's start. So today we have chosen the problem statement that now we have the situation of COVID, and even in normal times, we don't have the access to find the number of beds available in our surroundings hospitals. So now we have taken this problem statement. So now for the solution, we have prepared a dedicated mobile application which solves this problem. Now we have few problems to solve. That is the first one, the accuracy of the data. That is, we often have different already like solutions which already say that we have this particular number, but it is not accurate. So today we have used the real-time database to actually show the accuracy of the data. And the second thing, now if we are in an emergency, we often rush for the places to know that if the bed is available or the ICU is available. So to save the time and even the resource of the travel, we have built this application. And the third one is, now we might also know that we have few hospitals we often prefer. Like even though we have few hospitals in the nearby, we generally prefer for the or like our regular ones. So if the bed is not available, so we can choose the other hospital which is available. So for that, now what is the uniqueness is the solution. That is, as I said, we have used the real-time database, and we have used this application to give the access to the patient as well as the hospitals. Like the patient can definitely check the app and know the availability of the beds, and even the hospitals can immediately update the data. Like they can update number of beds immediately. And then now coming to the UI, we have designed. I hope this slide is in the sixth slide.
No, Aishwarya, I think your slide is stuck.
Okay, just a minute.
Maybe you are presenting the different screen.
Ronak, is it possible for you to share the screen for the PPT? Problem. Is the screen changed to PPT?
So currently I'm saying problem to solve, that particular slide.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So as I was telling, I'll quickly brief. So in the first, as we have known that we have taken the problem statement of solving the availability of number of bits. Now coming to the slide, we have few problems to solve. That is, the first one is accuracy of the data, as we have different solutions already built for the tracking system of the bed system, but we don't have the real-time database accurately giving the data. So we have to solve that. And then second thing, the time and resource. We have to, as we know that if we have an emergency, it's necessary that we have to save the time and resource. We have to quickly go. In that situation, we can't go like if we have this particular bed not available, then we have to choose for the next. We can't rush physically. So this app will be really useful. Now, coming to the next slide, that is what makes the app unique. So Shmita, could you kindly scroll the screen? Is this?
It is still on the second slide only. maybe you could just pitch it verbally and showcase your app, share the screen of your app.
Okay. Rona, could you share the screen for the app?
I think Ronak is also having some internet issues. I'm not able to hear him properly.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Directly share the app.
Yes, yes.
So is it visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. So here is app. As we discussed, so there is two portal. One is for patient and one is for hospital. So if a patient wants to see the number of beds for a particular hospital, he will select it, and then she will select the city of his preference. So I'm selecting Pune, and then she will register. So here the person will get to know the beds availability. So in the real time section, so here is the list of the hospitals of the registered that are registered from our app. So there are two types of list. So one is the hospital that is loading because of the taking time because of the internet. But second is like the list of the hospitals that are registered from our app. Like I can show that. So there is a portal for hospital. So if we select that, so let me choose something, some phone number and city. So something like that. So the hospital is registering, and then the hospital is also updating the number of beds. So here hospital can register. So this is the real-time data. So from API, that something that lacks is the real-time data. Better, how can be better we an API to get the real-time data? We need to update the API after some time. So that's something that usually hospitals don't do. So we have made a portal for the hospital itself, so they can update the data from the our app. So we can get the real-time data. So we can see it like from here registered Pune real time. So there is like as there I registered here. So you can see that there's a basic demo of there.
Okay, got it. So you know this.
Point that
Yes, please.
so in this app also I did say that we can we need not search the name in the online. We also have the feature that we can directly contact from that particular app to the directly hospital. So we not search the number in the online of the particular hospital available here. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. We take the audience polls first and then we move on to judges questions. So all of you will be able to see one poll on your screen. Just a minute. Yes. Okay. Now we can move on to the other judges questions.
Yeah. So Aishwarya, Shishmita, and Ronak, this is one of the problems that everyone likes to solve during the hackathons, but then no one really solves it in real life, right? Because you know, a lot of things are involved here. It's not just about the tech, but you need to get all the people on board, all the hospitals on board, right? And that's the most difficult task. Uh, Swiggy, for example, right? It's not just about tech; it's also about operations, right? So that is one of the challenges that you might you know want to solve if you're planning to work on this in the future. And apart from that, you need to make sure that the data you provide on your app is very reliable, right? Because you don't want to play with people's life here. Suppose I'm taking someone who is very serious to the hospital. I need to make sure that the data you provide me is right, or else I'll just go there and for my subtitle there will be no availability of beds, right? So that should not happen. Of course, you have provided the phone numbers there, so I can maybe confirm first. But apart from that, you need to make sure that whatever data is there, it is updated, right? So how are you gonna tackle that problem?
So we have built the database like using Firebase. We have got the data API from the covidbedindia.com.
Okay, is it a reliable source?
Yes, it is reliable.
Okay, I'll take your word for that. And is this the first time you're participating in the hackathon?
Yes, it is first time.
Awesome.
Here we also like we did not mention, I guess. Here we have this technologies like we built this using Flutter, and for data we have used the Firebase.
Mhm.
And in Flutter we have used GetX state management.
Okay, awesome.
And also in our plans we would like to add few features also which we couldn't actually add here. Like we also wanted to add the extra features like if the blood bank is available, the laboratories are available, and also we we would like to add the logins as for real-time data check for like how many patients or how many hospitals have registered actually the verified hospitals. And also we would like to add the cost of the beds or cost of the everything, as we could also compare the cost before going to the particular hospital. So we would like to also add these features.
Mhm. Got it.
So, okay. So one thing that I want to, point out here is that in your presentation, I would very much like to, have you, chalked out exactly what features you are offering to the hospital's admin panel and to the, to the general, user and all. Like, have you done any such, what do I say, pre-planning or something? Like, I would really love to, see that on your presentation. That's one thing. Like, I don't want you to make any full-fledged UML or something, but like, you need to actually decide on the what exactly the each parties should see, right? And another thing is what Salil pointed out. Getting hospitals to use your app is gonna be a difficulty, right? So, like, what have you done about that? I'm wondering.
In hospitals using this app, so we have made this advantage for the hospitals because like updating the data using the software or else the desktop, it's a bit difficult. So whenever someone knows that this particular bed or this particular thing is available, they can immediately use the app and in a fraction of seconds they can update it. So that is something we have like made it easier for the hospitals to use actually. And then we have also actually about the research you were asking. So we actually also designed the UI using Figma. It is present in our GitHub profile. So we have also like planned thing. The interface for the hospitals is different and for the patients is completely different. As now we are presenting it, we have shown the both, but for both of the users, it's different.
Got it. Okay, Harsh.
No separate questions from my side. I guess Salil and Surinil did all the questions, and yeah, I am not left with any questions anymore. So thank you for the presentation. We enjoyed it.
Good work. Team bonding.
You're on mute.
Sorry. The next team is Team Decoders. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yeah. One.
Team Decoders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you give my friend Mokshit the screen to show the screen?
Mokshit. I'm not able to see his name in the list.
Okay. Tell him to raise your hand, Mokshit.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Okay, friends.
This is a real world problem, which is the weather has a significant impact on agricultural industry, and because of that we have to we are thinking to predict the rain from day-to-day decisions that farmer can take and minimize the cost and maximize the yields. So to achieve these things, the company needs to have accurate weather and an all prediction algorithm. So our goal is to say the weather based on three labels: no rain, light rain, and heavy rain. Yeah, can you show the next slide? Can you show the code? Yeah, these are the features of our web application. Yeah, we have at least like 10 features, which are region, precipitation, average wind speed, minimum temperature, and maximum wind speed. And these all are created into trains and test, which is like blocks of data categorized into one or two. Yeah. And okay, Mokshit, can you show the code?
Yeah, just a minute.
So next is to visualize this code. We created this. So this is the data we wanted to visualize it. So we imported MATLAB plot, and there is average temperature, maximum temperature, minimum, and precipitation, and other 10 applications like these. We wanted to make a sub key of everything, like average temperature. We wanted to make it from A to D. And to set we don't want we don't want to set the data as the unknown location. We made it into region. We set it into we made a code which set the index, which set the regions as index. To visualize, to get the accurate data, we get this no rain as more frequently than light rain and heavy rain, because many samples are available to that. So we have to make other classes which we can get light rain and heavy rain, because many of the samples are from no rain. To get it more accurately we are thinking of other features such as hangout, light GPM, and 1 minute. Give me a moment. Optuna. Yeah, these are three. We are thinking of these three features to get the more accurate data. And yeah, that's it.
Priyanka,
Are
have
you
you
guys
finished?
done with the presentation?
Yeah. Come again.
Are you guys done with the presentation?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay, so I have a few
Uh,
questions.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We'll take the polls first.
I
Here's
think
the
poll
poll,
is
I
there, right?
guess.
Yeah.
The poll is there. All of you in the audience can answer to that poll. Cool. We can now continue towards the discussions.
Yeah, so I'll go first. So like one of the main issues with machine learning projects are that even though like you have created a very cool prediction system with like how much is the accuracy of the model? Have you tested it?
No, we didn't test it because we are not able to run it properly.
Okay, fine. So yeah, like normally when you're done testing it on some test data, one of the main issues is to create a UI to it because no one will run it through an Jupyter notebook. People would like a website or a mobile app or something which is much more accessible and something like which which can be used for by non-tech savvy people. Yeah. So like have you guys had like that into your timeline or something like do you understand about how to get it out in production and how to ship the project completely?
No, we don't know much about that thing. We are the freshers right now. We just tried it from yesterday. Yeah.
So
And
actually,
pretty
Same.
But
yeah, go ahead, whatever you're saying. Hey.
yeah, actually, this is type like we didn't develop it completely. It was in just a form of prototype thing. So even it has a lot to develop. The first thing, and second thing, we want to build this product completely on the things that are missing in modern day products. For example, if you can see, there are a lot of products that can predict the weather, predict the rains. So there are a lot of products out there. But what we genuinely feel that is those products have a lot of bugs. The first thing, and second thing, it has a lot of features that are missing. So we need to build our product based on those bugs and the things that are missing uh, in the real market. So that was the first thing, and the second thing was, as I stated before, this was a prototype, so we can show the exact data and the data of accuracy. But we are damn sure that we are going to put in a lot of data into it. And and when it comes to accuracy part, we are going to have even we are using a lot of technologies. We will make sure that it should be more accurate, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like just a few tips, like lots of data doesn't mean lots of accuracy. The data needs to be clean as well. Like you'll need to run some EDA on that thing. And just like I'll just give it as a tip. You can ship products, or like which I said, like it's one of the main problems is to ship out products, like rather than not a Jupyter notebook, but a web app or something. You can use something like Hugging Face. So Hugging Face is something which will convert your model to an API. So like that's something which I've used earlier. So yeah, might want to look into that. So pretty cool. Yeah, you guys can ask the other questions.
so another small question that I have is, what have you guys done about missing data? I mean, between the the continuity of the pattern and all. Like that's bound to be there, right? So what have you done about it?
What have you done about? Come again.
Missing data in your continuity streak of your record, like when you're recording it.
Yeah, 1 minute. Give me.
Like whichever source you pick the data from, it's bound to have some data missing, some days missing. Like it's a real world thing, like if you have seen the data set. So
Like
Yeah,
no
so
data set is ideal.
yeah, I got it. So you're saying that the resources that we are relying to may also have some lot of errors, or some of the data might be wrong in that context.
We use like lot of data is missing in minimum atmosphere pressure. Like we use this. We use a heat map to visualize missing data for the column. We have this graphs also. Mokshit, do you have the graphs?
Yeah, we have graphs, I think.
no, it's cool. Like I take your word for it. So that's something I'd like to point out, right? Like if you are doing in future, like that's something we all need to work on, right? When we are doing something ML project. Another thing is what Harsh said, for presentation purpose, do use Hugging Face or use similar, like make a UI kind of thing that you can present better, right? So that everyone can get it. That's all. And great progress.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so I'm not an ML guy. I do not know Python. But one thing I've realized is I've judged a lot of hackathons, and in every hackathon, usually, all those who work on predictions and Pythons, they don't really show any UI. And then people like me are like literally lost. Like we don't understand what the code does. So keep Harsh's and Surinil's point in your mind for next, hackathons. But the data that you take to train your model, right? Where do you get the data from?
Will you answer it or shall I answer it, Veronica?
I think she
Okay,
got stuck when he asked the question. You go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll answer it. At present, we didn't took any, any data from real sources. We just created a general normal thing in order to just show to you guys. We just
Okay.
took some data, so it was not a real thing, and even
Mm-hmm.
we didn't even tested it. So we just took a normal data on how everything works. That's it. It's not.
Okay.
It's not a reliable data.
Mm-hmm. And aren't there any existing solutions that will alert the farmers, beforehand?
Uh, I think no idea regarding
Like
that. We need to
code we
look
did
at.
was not in the anywhere in the Google. Yeah.
But I think all these ministries, government ministries, they do alert us, right? Before anything is gonna happen. So isn't that the same thing?
Uh, like you're saying, the people that is different from to know the soil thingy, right? You have to know what is the moisture of the soil and when it's gonna rain and how it's the farmer can do with the soil, like how he can
Mm-hmm.
like be- uh, like he can do something before if he knows what if it's gonna rain or not. It's just an
Okay.
application which can apply with, in the phone.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Cool. I guess we can move on to the next team. The last team, which is Team Pioneers. Team Pioneers, are you there? Team Pioneers? You can unmute yourself, so I'll give you the spotlight.
Like someone is writing in the chat, if you can just look out. They said yes.
Try once again, Team Pioneer.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. If you can turn on your
Hello,
camera.
everyone. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I have done a often like this choosing social problem project and try creating solution for that. I have done a blood bank donation web page. Like there is many people which are not able to give blood, and some of the people wanted to give blood, but they don't know how to give the blood, and there is a rush in their life that they cannot go to hospital and manage everything. So this is a site, and it will give the details of the user and the hospital. It is of two user. Like first is the hospital and second is user. Sorry, receiver. The hospital can manage all the records, and for the user, he can enroll and he can register for the blood donation. And for the hospital, it will be recorded that we have the blood donation, we have these blood sample. If anyone wants to take, they can request for that. It's like that. And we have done some. We don't have just that much time due to some technical issue. So I have just made this basic, and I have just normalized the things that there are myths about the bloods are red and
Um,
bloods contain metal, like these things. For the project purpose, I may like to show my project.
yeah, like you're not sharing anything currently, and so like could you just share the project?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Yeah, it is like this. There's a normal web page. This is the normal. If anyone visit this URL, this will be the first page they will see. And for the don't if no one is the user, if no, one people is just visiting this site, we can check this. If the blood is available, name of the hospital in which the blood is available, all the details of the hospital. Even the user can search about the which type of blood he wants, like AB positive. He can search there, and he can get the details of the hospital. He can also request from here, like right now. Then he'll go to this page. Like this page is the for hospital and receiver. These two are the tabs. Even hospital can just log in, and there is a tab like for register. If someone is visiting first time, he can enroll register from here, and a hospital can register from here. After that, for hospital, it is some ID is given, like they can generate anyway. I have generated a one for my purpose, like this. He has this hospital has logged in. He can see he can see the blood requested and blood sample in his hospital. He can see who have requested for the blood. No one is requested now onward. He can also add. The hospital has the facility to add the blood group, which he has having. Like these are the blood groups he had added to, and from here he can manage the hospital records details, which user can see anytime. These all for the like hospital, and for again for user, sorry, receiver. It is like just a minute. Just for like here is the receiver. Here is his profile. He can manage. He can change anything he wants. What he has the facilities, what he wants, what he want to give to the hospital, like this. And from here he'll having blood samples. He can also search from within, and he can request blood. He has when he will request for any blood group, it will be shown here, and the request will be going to the hospital, and hospital can accept and deny from there. That's all from me. This is all my PPT.
Okay. We'll take the audience polls first, and then we'll move on to judges' questions. So all of the audience, you'll be able to see one poll on your screen in 20 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Now we can take the questions.
Yeah. What is your name?
My name is Anvit Gaurav.
Anvit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job with the web application. So, Anvit, this is again one of the problems that many try to solve hackathons, but then no one solves it in real life. So, I just have one question for you. What are your future plans with this?
Yeah, I want to make this like user friendly and very friendly. Like anyone can access to this. No one has restriction, and it will be like information will be shared between the receiver and the hospital only. No one will be know that the person is going to donate or not, or anything about the receiver. It will
Mm-hmm.
be kept confidential, and any user can use it. Like if he wants to like make um, he wants to open up his identity or not, he has the right for this.
Mm-hmm. But do you plan to work on it after the hackathon?
Yeah, I will work on it. Like there are many issues. I will add a separate branch for like for new user
Mm-hmm.
and many more.
And what tech stack did you use?
What
What technology did you use? The languages?
language I have used? PHP, MySQL, CSS.
Okay, okay, fine. Good job. Harsh, if you have any questions, you
Yeah, so like I have the questions regarding like the scalability and the marketing of this thing, because yeah, like getting the users to get this thing is much more important, because like it's a CRUD app, and like getting more users will help out to uh, pitch it out in the market, right? So like any plans or anything regarding that?
No, I have not planned that much right now because I want to make it on a small scale, right? From for now, uh, even if the people will, if, when the people will want to give, it will increase itself. Many people will got to know about this.
Understood. So
So
yeah.
yeah, first of all, good work on the application. Like Harsh said, there is a CRUD application. So one thing I'll like to point out here is that to not just you, to all the teams, like if you're making a project, make sure you pursue it even after the hackathon, right? Because all of these projects are real world problems, and like if you are able to solve it, it will be really cool, right? Like that's how every problem gets solved. You know? So that's one thing. And another thing, yes. So since the time was less, of course, UI wise, this could be improved. That's another thing. And yep, I pointed out in the previous, like I think which team it was? It was Team One Dream and also you. So see, getting people on this platform is difficult, or maybe the hospitals is a very difficult task here. So, but that is more from a business or entrepreneurship point of view rather than the developmental view. So that's one thing. So yep, I like just I don't have any questions on this, but like I just like to tell you, just keep pursuing this project even after the hackathon ends, and that's it.
Yeah, one point I would like to remind, like one point, like it is not based on my point. The future is not based on this. Will make this entrepreneur or business purpose. I'll think that it is normal. Like I want to save someone's life, or I also needed to just donate blood. Some people needed it, but they will not get the adequate information and the platform from where they can't go to hospital every time. So there is this, they can book the information, they can book the time, and they can do that.
When I get it, but see, like when you're building something, even to manage it, to maintain it, right, or to promote it in the hospitals, you need to like for the scalability purpose, right? So you'll need something. So for that reason, I think like so that many such applications might exist at the same time, right? So to standardize it
Yeah.
and that sort of thing, this might need to scale a little bit more than a normal project, right? But yes, like that is the USP of this thing, right? Because more than a project, this functionality solves a real world problem. So yeah, so that's my goal. All right, great work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Pioneer. So yeah, we have came to an end of the today's event. We have seen 4 different teams, 4 different projects. We had 3 really awesome judges, Salil, Subhanil, and Harsh. If you have anything to tell the audience, to tell all the teams.
I would say like keep on like these hackathons are the ways where the next startups, next unicorns are formed. And yeah, like even this might be a pet project for you that goes under your resume and it helps out. Like now you have explored the tech stack which you were learning, right? Like if you learned React from a tutorial, these hackathons are the way where you can practice those stuff and build some bad projects, right? So even like if you don't make out for the top 3 or the top prizes, it's good to build, because like building will help out. And and you should never stop building, even if you are like, even if like it goes bad. Like you can build like a few projects, and then one of them you can pursue them as a full-time startup as well. So yeah, like these small hackathons, these 2-day hackathons are the ways like where you can pump up things, where you get on with your team and build things. So yeah, keep on doing them. And congratulations to everyone who came here, built products, and like pitched it out. Like you guys did a very good job. Congrats.
Salil, if you want
Yeah, sure. So as Suranil said earlier, make sure you work on these projects even after the hackathon gets over, right? Because believe me, it pays really well if you keep on working on single project with all your dedication. I myself worked on a hackathon project, and it paid really well because me and my team were covered by almost all the newspapers in my state, right? Because that project, we didn't even expect it to become big, but somehow it did. So you never know what's there for you in the future, right? So make sure you keep on working. And as Harsh rightly said, some of these projects might even become unicorns in the future. But for that, you need to think differently, right? You need to come up with better ideas. I believe all of you are beginners for this hackathon at least. So make sure you keep on participating in many more hackathons, and keep building projects, and all the best. One more thing, uh, see, we as computer engineers we are very blessed, right? We have a lot of programs, a lot of big companies are giving a lot of money, right, for all these programs and hackathons. And if we compare ourselves with the rest of the engineers, like civil engineer, for example, we have much more experience than them. If we want to build something, we can just open our laptop and build. But civil engineer cannot build a house, right? While being in the college. So take advantage of that. But at the same time, there are many students who do not take advantage of all these things, right? So it's your duty to make sure they know about all such programs. Now, with this hackathon, you know about Bluelearn, you know about Construct Summer of Code, right? Just make sure you share about these programs with your classmates, and make sure they also participate in future events, because that is how all of us will grow together. Okay, so all the best and see you in the next hackathon.
So Salil pretty much covered it all. See, but like since I saw many of you are beginners, like you are starting off, this is your first hackathon. So congratulations to all of them for getting started. Because once you start, you can just go on from there, right? So that's one thing. Another thing is, like even if this is your pet project or something, like it's always better if you like develop a particular project, so that even if it is your project for your resume, like at some point of time you'll need to explain it to the interviewer. So better the functionality of a single project, the better it is, right? So that is one thing. And number two is all the real world problems at some point of time, the ones that have been already solved, they came out mostly of hackathons and competitions, right? So it's really nice. So it was really nice judging all these teams, because in this small time we came across data science projects, we came across AI, ML, and that can be extended to IoT as well. And we had 2 full stack applications as well. So yes, so this is really cool and very very great work, guys. So that's it. Keep coding and keep participating in. That's it.
Yeah, thank you. Also, guys, we'll be declaring the results pretty soon. Once we get the judges score, we have the audience polls as well. We'll merge it and we'll declare the result pretty soon. Uh, Thank you so much for everyone who joined in. This was just one small hackathon we participated. There is a lot more to come, and I wish you very best from my side, from the complete Bluelearn team, from the complete GirlScript team. Thank you so much, Salim, Sobrunil, and Harsh for joining in. And yeah, I'll be ending this meet now. Thank you so much, guys, for
Can we
being
have
on.
a screenshot? Can all turn on their
Yeah,
cam?
yeah. If all of you can turn on your cams, we'll just take a screenshot. Come on, guys, turn on your camera. I've given permission to even the participants to turn on the cameras. Cool. Anyone there? Yeah, done.
I love how we are like just staring blankly, like without.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
But
everyone.
fine.
Great.
Cool.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. Bye bye.
Bye.